I got it figured.
What's up, action figure fans? I got a figure back with another action figure review. This time we're looking at the Indiana Jones Adventure Series, Indiana Jones Temple Escape Deluxe figure. I picked up this figure from Hasbro Pulse, and I wanted to get a quick review of it. The Indiana Jones Adventure Series is a new wave that started this year in anticipation of the new Indiana Jones movie. I've yet to see I've yet to see the movie. I do intend on seeing it at some point, but I haven't seen it yet. It looks like, you know, the wave is not going to be the line is not going to be going that long. There were figures shown at San Diego Comic-Con, contrary to some reports, but they didn't get a whole lot of, news coverage. But they did have some new figures shown there. So looks like it's going to be around for a little while longer, but I don't know how much, how much you can mine from Indiana Jones as an action figure set. What I hoped for was one decent, quintessential Indiana Jones, and this figure is set to deliver that. Now, there is a basic Indiana Jones figure that they released, when the line first started, and I had initially planned to get that figure, but when the time came for that pre-order to ship, they announced this figure. They announced it days, like maybe 2 days before it was due to ship. So I canceled that pre-order and ordered this figure because I'd rather spend the money to get the deluxe version of the same figure that you're getting in the basic figure than I would to just get the basic figure and then feel like, oh no, I bought this and I want that. And so then you end up buying two Indiana Jones figures that are the same figure. So that's sort of the origin story of why I bought this particular package. And it's okay. I'm very happy to have it. So what we're going to do is the normal rigmarole that we do here on the channel. We're going to look at the box, get the figure out, play around with it, check out the articulation, and we will do a comparison with other Hasbro 6-inch lines to see where Indiana Jones stacks up in terms of scale with three of their other lines. All right, so starting with the packaging, we've got Indiana Jones in the temple scene at the beginning of the Raiders of the Lost Ark. The Raiders of the Lost Ark is my favorite movie from the first four Indiana Jones films. I mean, it's by far my favorite. It introduces you to the entire concept of Indiana Jones, and I don't think they ever really captured that. They're all good. I like them all. I even like Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I don't really care what anybody says. I like it. I watched it on Disney Plus when they put it up a couple of weeks ago or last month, and I enjoyed it. I feel like in the modern days of the internet, everybody just hates everything, but you got to make your own determinations as to what you like. I like it. I don't really care if you don't like it. Indiana Jones is one of my favorite characters. He finally got an action figure line that is, of the quality of the 6-inch figures that we have nowadays. So, rant over, back to the package. So we got Indiana Jones switching out the bag. He definitely shouldn't have taken he should have left some of the sand in there rather than take it out. Probably would have worked, but we know what happens. As Edward Molina Very young Edward Molina looks on. On the side, we got him definitely about to do the swap and get chased by the boulder. On the back, we got another glamour shot, and then we have a package inset shot with all the stuff that he comes with. His little bag that he had, the whip. Of course, you gotta have the whip. We got the folded whip, his revolver, the idol, and of course the bag, the switch on the altar. And then you got the rest of the figures in the Indiana Jones Adventure series, at least from the first wave, which I believe if you get all 5 of these figures, you can complete the Ark of the Covenant, which would be cool, but I didn't want to have to buy all these figures just to get an Ark of the Covenant. You know, I just wanted Indiana Jones. In and out. Indiana Jones, and we're done. The top is pretty much blank. The bottom's got the usual legalese that we don't really care about. And that's your package. So let's get Indy out and see what we can see. Alright, so as this is the only Indiana Jones Adventure series figure I intend to open, I wanted to show the packaging that it comes in. So, you know, he's sealed in baggies, as Hasbro's been doing with the package, the plastic-free packaging. And he's got, you know, the world maps from the 1930s and 40s on there. I thought that was a nice touch. It's not just the usual white paper that they do with Star Wars Black Series. So they definitely, you know, wanted to, and they spent a little bit of money, and that's good. That's kind of cool. Just wanted to show that because I'm not gonna open any of these other than this figure. We'll just go ahead and do it. So here is your Indiana Jones. It's looking pretty good. Now, he does his hat. The fedora does not come off, so that's the first thing to note. You do not get a removable fedora. His head does come off though, so you can do, you know, your head swaps if you want to. So there's that. The bag that he comes with is already on him, so you don't have to I don't even know how you would get it off. It's kind of weird. Maybe you can take the jacket off and all of that, which I'm not going to do. It's kind of weird that they said it's an accessory that he comes with when it's just in there. But, you know, not gonna complain. It's there. This is the default Indy look that I want with an Indiana Jones figure. So definitely not going to cry about it. The cool thing is, unlike the G.I. Joe classified bags, these are not sealed. They're like, stuff's in the bag, but you don't have to tear it. You can just sort of take everything out. I see my idol in there. So we will put Indy and his accessories on the turntable. And here is your idol, which I'm not going to put on the turntable. We'll come back to it. And we'll get the good old 360 view of Indy. And it stands up pretty sturdily. He's not falling over even if I shift him on the turntable while it spins. So you can get a good look at the detail on the figure. I love how they did paint work on the jacket. The jacket looks well worn, weathered, like he's already been through several adventures that we don't know about. You know, he looks like a 1930s adventurer. Exactly how he's supposed to look. Let's get a good closer look at him. So his portrait looks like Harrison Ford. Maybe not the best likeness, but not a terrible likeness. I can definitely see him there. We'll have to, you know, compare him with another famous character that Harrison Ford portrayed for Lucasfilm. You know, real up close, you can see, like I said, this jacket looks like a beat up leather jacket. I really like that. That's a very good, nice touch. And then you've got all of the articulation. So, as I kind of figured, he skews toward the Star Wars Black Series articulation. So there's no bicep cut here, a la Star Wars. He does have waist turn. He doesn't have a you know, he doesn't have an abdomen crunch. His legs turn 360 if you want to do that. Out about here. T-pose. Also about there. Oh, his hand came off. Well, that's cool. So his hand does remove, you know, it's removable. It didn't break off. It just comes off, which is a little bit different in Star Wars. So perhaps if you get other Indiana Joneses, you can do hand swaps. I'm not gonna do that, but you can. So you got your knee bend to about there. You do have an ankle rocker in here, as you can see. He's wearing pants, of course, so it's gonna be somewhat limited. He does have a chicken neck. As you can see, just a little, but enough. Looks up to about there. Looks down to about there. That's his articulation. Looking at his accessories, we'll start with his Webley pistol. Famous Indiana Jones Webley pistol. There you go. No paint apps, just a black cast in plastic pistol. Yeah. And you can, of course, holster it. So there's actually a clasp on the holster that, you know, it clasps. Stick the Webley in there. Oh, there you go. Well, no, it's not really, but it will seal up if you have enough patience. Right now, I don't, So, all right, so he does have this clasp here on his belt that hangs down. And you can clasp it to hold the whip in place. So you would do like this. I don't know how well it's gonna work. I couldn't get the gun to clasp, even though it clasps. My fingers, you know, I'm definitely fat fingering it. It's meant to clasp. I can't get it to clasp, but it's meant to do that. And then of course you've got the unfurled whip that Indy can hold. Of course, in the scene, he didn't really, he wasn't really he didn't have the whip anyway. So if you're recreating the scene, he wouldn't even have the whip. But, you know, if you're just doing standing generic Indiana Jones pose, you could put the whip in his hand. Or you could perhaps just have him sort of holding the whip. So there's that. And you've got the golden idol, which is, you know, it's a golden idol. Looks just like in the movie. And then you've got your bag to try and replace the golden idol with. And that's the accessories. All right, so let's we'll pose them up with the idol real quick, see how well we can do that. Be right back. All right, so we got Indy sort of in his pose right after he switches the idol out for the bag of sand. And it looks pretty decent. Nothing too shabby, you know, nothing, you know, great or whatever. You can put them on your bookshelf and leave them like that, or put them, you know, on your action figure shelf, leave them like that. That's most likely how I'll do it. You know, or like I said, maybe I'll just have him holding his whip. Who knows? I don't know. But this is definitely, you know, how you would recreate the scene from Raiders of the Lost Ark. So there you go. Next thing we will do is compare him in size to other 6-inch lines from Hasbro. So give me a sec to get these figures up and we'll do that. All right, so we've got Dr. Jones standing, holding his whip and his idol. And we will put him with, first up, another guy wearing pants. The recently reviewed G.I. Joe Classified Series Shipwreck. And Shipwreck is definitely, you know, bigger, thicker, bulkier. It's definitely not really the right scale. Then we'll put him up against another hero from the 1930s. Good old Namor, the Submariner. And Namor is also much larger than Indiana Jones. And last, of course, but not least, we will compare him with the Black Series Han Solo. And aside from Indiana Jones having a superior level of detail, which I guess I'm glad I did this so you can see that the Indiana Jones Adventure Series figure has a lot of detail packed in. The paint apps are on point. The weathering on the hat, on the jacket. I mean, it's, you know, it's night and day, really. But from a size standpoint, he is right on point with the Black Series Han Solo. So there you go. That's your size comparisons. All right, let me move on to final thoughts. Okay, final thoughts on Indiana Jones Adventure Series, Indiana Jones Temple Escape. I really like this figure, the details that they brought out in it, the love and care that they put into the appearance of the figure. I mean, it's really top notch. It's like, you know, it's G.I. Joe classified level quality, but perhaps even a little more. I think Hasbro really wanted to make a really good go of this, especially considering this might be the last time there's any Indiana Jones figures produced. And I definitely think they did a good job with it. So, my way I got it figured, rank for Indiana Jones Temple Escape is going to be a 10 out of 10. I got exactly what I wanted, exactly what I was expecting, and it definitely lives up to my expectations all the way. You know, you don't get a whole bunch of Indiana Jones merchandise over the years. I had wanted to collect the 3 3/4 inch line, or the 4 inch line from 2009, I think, or whatever it was, when Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull came out. It might have been 2012, something like that. Somewhere between 2009 and 2012. I gotta look it up, but I wanted to collect those. But, you know, I didn't. And when I think about it, you know, trying to going down the rabbit holes, trying to collect every Indiana Jones, and then to get the most quintessential one, you pretty much had to mix and match parts to get like the best Indiana Jones out of it. Well, this sort of handles all of that in one go. I don't need another Indiana Jones. At best, maybe one with a removable hat. Probably the best I could even imagine of why I would want to buy another one. But this one is the man in the hat, and it's his most basic, most quintessential appearance. In every movie, he has a leather jacket and a hat. So, you know, this is it for me. So yeah, that's my rank. I'm sticking to it. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you so much for all the views and everything like that. I appreciate it, and I've got more content coming. If you're new to the channel, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. How do you feel about the Indiana Jones Adventure Series line? How do you feel about the movie? How do you feel about Raiders of the Lost Ark? Any of that stuff. I love to you know, engage in comments with viewers. So leave me a comment, help me out, and I will see you guys all on the next video. Until then, everybody stay safe. Peace.
The way I got it figured.